What's good, everybody? I want to first thank everybody for supporting me in this time. But I want to talk about Kim the Comic. And Kim the Comic is a brother that I met in Uganda around 2018, 2019. And he's been just so instrumental here on this channel. He's edited the most celebrity junks on this channel. He actually created the Strugglewood series you guys see. But unfortunately, 2 days ago, he passed away. And it was unfortunate. And it was because of an accident that it was a person that he was involved with. It was a friend of his that was drunk and it ran into a ditch. Kim's neck was, I believe, instantly broken. And, he succumbed to other injuries and he died. So I've been mourning that the last few days. I've been really distraught, but I want to thank all of you for your support. It's a tough time. He was a personal friend. He's like a son to me. But I want to talk to black men about being ready for success. And I want to use Kim as an example because as a man, a young man, he really wanted to be somebody. And he really wanted to work hard and represent for where he was at. But sometimes I believe in life, when things are looking on the up and up, you don't realize how important you are. You don't realize how much impact you have where your life is going. And so because you don't know that, you don't really have anybody to tell you that, you still do things like you're regular, because really you are sort of regular. Your income is not really, you're not a millionaire or anything yet, and you're doing better, you're getting a lot more money than you were before, but really you're in hand's reach. People can reach you on the phone still. You haven't blown up like Kevin Samuels. And so what happens, a lot of your other friends that you have that are not doing the same things as you, friends that want to party, friends that want to hang out, and then when you're bored, you can still give these people some of your time. And when you do that, you don't think nothing of it because you're young, you feel like you might come home that night and all this other stuff. But the reality is that once your life starts taking off in a positive trajectory, certain people you can't hang out with no more. I know that's tough for me to say that. I know that's mean. But when you're on the come up, people got to get let go. Discipline has to be a lot more in-house, right? And he was a very disciplined man. But just like anybody, he wanted to hang out with his friends. But the friends he was hanging out with didn't even have no respect for their life. Didn't have the respect for, where they were supposed to be going, what they were doing. Out on the road, doing stupid stuff. And my brother, man, he got caught up and lost his life behind some foolishness. And in the reality, from what I can really look at it, from what I've heard, is he had more promise in his life than the folks he was dealing with. I don't care if anybody takes offense to that. I'm just going to say it. His life was going into a different trajectory than where they were at. And when your life is going in that trajectory, it's hard to cut people off. But you got to do it because even if they don't mean to do anything to you, they don't mean you no good. It's just what I got to say that. When you have the talent that he had, just naturally funny guy on improv, he's a creator, he's a builder, he's a guy coming into his own. He's really a guy that should be protected. And a lot of times when you want to protect somebody, you're not trying to protect them from somebody robbing you. You're trying to protect somebody from their friends, from people that they know, people who don't understand the greatness that you have. And a lot of young black men are walking around all day, have a trajectory and don't know their greatness and don't know how great that you are. Somebody else may know it, they may not know it, and then don't care. And that's what I want black men to understand. You don't want to leave this world with a bunch of what ifs. You know, you don't want to leave this world with a bunch of, man, what could he have become? You know, and that's where I'm gonna be with my brother, man. Like, he did so much for me. He did so much for my career here on YouTube. Me and Kevin was talking about him 4 or 5 nights ago, about how the Strugglewood situation was a new level. It was something that couldn't nobody compete with. I mean, the guy's a genius. He created a whole new lane for me, for the Black Manosphere. I mean, we created the first skit that was ever done really on camera in the whole Manosphere community, whether it's the Black Manosphere or Greater Manosphere. But the reality is that he didn't know how great he was. And it cost him dealing with some friends who wasn't serious about life, in my opinion. Some friends who really, was doing anything. And he lost his life, man. But I want to thank him for, doing everything he did for me. I want to thank him for what he meant for my life. And I want to thank him for, the stuff that he did just here on this channel, man, with the Strugglewood series and my other channel. But most of all, let this be a lesson to all black men out there. One wrong choice wipes away everything. Wrong choice, trusting people in the lives, in the hands of reckless idiots, reckless buffoons. And that's exactly what it is. It'll take away everything that you work for. It can hurt every person that you deal with. Just that one choice. It hurts everybody. People all across the world hurt. And it's just not the situation. There's so many. So you have to protect yourself. Especially when people depending on you. From idiots. People who don't want nothing but a good time. And a lot of times we only have things in common with folks, but just smoking weed or kicking it or talking about chicks. But we never have nothing, instead of hanging around people just to party, we got to hang around people for something that's conducive. Okay? We got to hang around folks around some conducive stuff. Because if we don't, we'll lose our stuff. And that's the reality of it all. Black men got to really understand your greatness. Understand you got somewhere to go. Understand there's levels to this. And once you start doing better than other people, you got to protect yourself more. Because those other people are not. You got to cut things and people off. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again for another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.